again, my people, I want you to be completely masters of organizing your term paper and any other paper that you have to do for scholarly purposes from now on. I'd like to show you my method, and that is I put in my mini chapter headings first in nice bold print so that each fact that I come to, I know where to put it. Okay, I'm gonna have an introduction including what is the problem. I'm gonna have a little section where I define what the hell I'm talking about. Gonna have a mini chapter on why should we do this. I hope I'll come up with a better chapter by the time it's time to hand it in, but who knows? What are the reasons I might not want to do this? Doug Anderson pointed out some reasons, and you don't want to say, oh, I'm going to ignore what Doug Anderson says on this particular topic. Then I want to come back with, okay, Dr. Anderson, you said you might not think it's a good idea. So I've got to respond. Why is now a good time to look at this idea? Okay. And how shall we do it? We shall do it with paragraphs. And we shall do it this specific way. Here's a beautiful conclusion. Okay. So I read my stuff. Do you recognize these from my annotated bibliography? Yeah, I just copied and pasted them from my annotated bibliography. And one at a time, I took the little notes and I threw them into the right mini chapter heading. Anderson said this thing in order to make it easier for the collaborators and critics. Okay. Remember that these are notes directly from my annotated bibliography. I just threw them under the correct chapter heading. Copy paste is your friend. I made sure to attach the name of the person who wrote it originally. Whoops, that was a mistake. So that later I could write a good inline citation. All right. There are two things by Alden. Yeah, I'm referring to my own past works. There are two things by Alden. There's the paragraph index to chapter 5, and there's the Hobbit paragraph index. Oop, that should be boldface. And so when I first refer to them, I don't just say Alden, I say which one. It's the one that begins with the Hobbit paragraph index, yada, yada, yada. But I don't put the whole thing in there, just an inline citation. Enough. I didn't want to just say The Hobbit, because that's a book, and I did not write it. But I wrote about it. Okay. Also, there is an error in this rough draft. I challenge you to find it. There is no prize for finding it, but if we ever meet in person, I will give you a prize for finding it. This from a woman who frequently has dog treats in her purse, so you might not want to let me know that you found it. Anyway, that's how I organize my rough drafts. I put in bold my chapter headings first. Then I can put my notes in the right chapters. What if a note does not fit in a mini chapter? I think to myself, do I need another mini chapter? Or did my argument progress really logically? What is the problem? Define our terms. Why would we do this? Why would we not do this? Why can we reconsider it? How? And a conclusion. If I have a note that doesn't fit that very thorough, thought-out progression, guess what? It's a duck. What do we do with ducks? We throw them away, back into the pond. Farewell, ducks. If you are a librarian, you may archive the duck instead of throwing it away. All right, my friends.